Welcome back, folks, to the final chapter of Icewind Dale 2. I'm your host, the Game Hoarder. Let's get this shit on the road! You can do it.
I'll do it now.
You can do it. You can't all go through the entrance at one time. Alright, listen up. I've been informed by Captain Poodoo that the party of adventurers is on their way to the hunt. Under no circumstances are they to be allowed entry. After this meeting, you are to return your units and put them all on full alert. I want extra guards placed at the entrance and walking the corridors as well. Now, as for the descriptions of the adventurers, they are as follows. By the powers that still slay them! You can slay my ass. Alright, what do we got here? Sigma. Guard. 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 Guard! Ah! I'm going for Sigma.
Very well. Well, not hard.
Put a dwarf and monk up front.
I am prepared. I hope.
Let's go ahead and use some attack spells here on... It's possibly a mage or cleric, I can't remember, but either way, we need to jazz her up a little bit. Put some vitriolic sphere on her as well to do some DOT damage, so to impede on her spell usage. Alright, let's see. Sigma is dead already. The Cleave Feat adds another level 3 attack, and Ronstock decapitated the bitch. So I'd say at this point it's pretty much cleanup. I doubt these guards can really do anything else.
Yes? Yes.
Ronstock takes 4 piercing damage. One guard took 58 slashing damage from Ronstock. Another took 7 bludgeoning from Calm. And then a third guard took 45 slashing damage from Clotus. So at this point, you can pretty much say that this fight is over.
Then now, Isabel.
This one wears the mask of death.
Alright. That's that. You can see a neutral Glabrezu god here. Don't bother attacking him, he's immortal. We have some workers here. They don't care that we just slaughtered half the people on the northwestern side of the map.
At your command. Very well.
There's, of course, some letter, no doubt, about us. And I figured that was a cloak of displacement. I think everyone's pretty much got a good cloak. I'm not sure how important that is. +4 versus missile weapons. That'll probably be good since we charge Ronstock into the fray quite often. A lot of missile guys are going to focus on him first. Let's see if it actually affects my saving throws.
Yeah, it does. Okay, good. That to me seems better than the Shroud of Banco, which just gives immunity to spells like Skull Trap and Glyph of Warding. Big fucking deal. Sell that shit.
My sword is yours. I am on it.
Let's read this note here. Note to the gods. This is a handwritten note in the flowing freehand script. It reads as follows. Sigma, the worthless worm, read what I have written here. I be approached by her ladyship and told of a group of adventurers on their way to the hand. They are not to be allowed entry under any circumstances. Understand? No one gets in under any circumstances. Furthermore, you to call a meeting of all the lieutenants. Be sure to give them the descriptions of the adventurers and put the fortress on alert. Oh, and while you're at it, call out additional guards, including the reserves. 50 soldiers should be able to handle a group of wannabe heroes. You screw this up, Worm, and it's your ass, not mine. I'll personally hand you to her ladyship on a platter. You got that? Poodoo, captain of the guard. I'm gonna kick Poodoo in his nuts when I see him.
Just say the word. Duty called.
Alright, let's see how.
Ready and willing.
Stop walking around. Well met. I am Josto, the slave foreman. How may I serve you? You are a slave? Yes. You did not know that. Who are you? And what are you doing here? I'm an adventurer from Targos. I'm here to end the war with the 10 towns. I see. I must ask you one more question then. Have you come here to negotiate a treaty or to end the threat? The time for negotiation has long since passed, Jer. El Matter be praised. Perhaps our suffering will come to an end at last. I have information that may aid you in your efforts. What information would that be? You have seen the demon in the hall yonder? Yes, I have seen the creature. What of it? The creature is no ordinary demon. It has been enchanted in a way that I do not understand. It is immortal and cannot be slain by any mortal means. You have seen this for yourself? Yes. Sir and Medea, the Lord and Lady of the Seventh Hand, often hire adventuring companies. Each is asked to slay the creature as a test of their abilities. After every battle, it arises anew. This is good to know. Is there anything else you can tell me? To such creatures, Goddess and Medea at all times, it would be best to learn how to defeat them before confronting the Lord and Lady. I am grateful for you telling me this. Well, my motives are purely selfish. The workers and I are slaves. The demon is the god that keeps us here. If you defeat it, you also free us. Very well. I shall do so. I would be forever in your debt. Never be able to repay you, but gladly aid you in any way I can. I must take my leave. Farewell. Who do we have in here? Workers. More workers. pretty sure all these maps are just big circular rooms. Pretty cool layout. Well met. I'm Shah. Is there something I can help you with?
What are you doing here? You seem nervous. Is something amiss?
Forgive me, I was in a hurry and fetched the wrong plans. It's not Jeff's fault. I'm to blame, no one else.
Calm down. I'm not who you think I am.
Then who are you?
I am a friend. Will you tell me what's going on?
I'm one of the slaves working on the restorations of the forest. Tortoise. It's my duty to keep track of plans used in repairs and to see they are delivered to the proper crew foreman.
Go on.
Well, I delivered the wrong plans to Jar and his crew. The repairs done in the stair room went wrong. When her ladyship Mayday finds out, she will slay us all.
What was done wrong?
According to the proper plans, there are supposed to be 2 suites on this floor between the ballroom and the stair room. The preliminary set that I delivered does not show the 2nd suite. The stair room is much longer than need be.
Why not claim the preliminary plans as the final and destroy the others?
I have tried to do so, but they cannot be torn or burnt. I have tried to hide them, but they appear again each day. My last hope is to alter them in some way, but I know not how.
There must be a way to alter them. It's just a matter of finding it.
Would you do such a thing for me?
Yes, I will.
I'm indebted to you. Here are the plans. Please return them to me when they have been altered.
Alrighty then. Stack me up with side quest. Let's do it.
Well met. I'm Xavier Torson, Minister of Foreign Affairs. How may I serve you?
What do you do here?
My duties are limited at the moment due to the war on the 10 towns. Normally I arrange diplomatic functions, negotiate treaties, and issue delegate passes.
I have been informed that I need a delegate pass. Can you help me?
Certainly, but there are some restrictions that you must be aware of. 1, you must carry your pass at all times. 2, visitors are not allowed beyond the 2nd floor without a pass. 3, the guards are reserved the right to deny access to any area, even if you have a pass. Do you understand?
Yes.
Very well, then I will need you to fill out this form. This one, good. Now, sign here, and here, and here.
Thank you. I'm curious, do you know anything about the demon in the hall?
It is the fortunate necessity of war. It is a guard, and there is to prevent intruders, compromising the several hand. If the creature offends you, please accept my apology.
A demon as a god is not a bit unorthodox.
Perhaps, but not necessarily in this case. Saramidei are cambions, that is to say, demon blood flows in their veins. For all I know, the creature may be a relative of theirs. In any case, it is not my place, nor yours, to question.
Perhaps you are right.
It does change the subject. Is there anything else I may assist with?
You mentioned a war. What can you tell me about it?
A completely senseless affair, in my opinion. Could have been avoided, were not for those fools of Bryn Shander.
What fools?
The Mayor Betchen Weaver and his advisor, a priest of hell named Cutoff. My memory serves me right.
What did they do?
The Legion of the Chimera was first formed. The Lord and Lady asked me to establish diplomatic relations with the neighboring kingdoms, and decided to start with the 10 towns.
Go on.
I sent envoys to each town asking that we meet and discuss trade agreements, possible alliances, and any other applicable issues. In every case, my envoy was turned away, but one. Bryn Shander said they would reply, with an envoy of their own.
Did they do so?
Yes, a 10-day later, an envoy arrived bearing gifts from Bertrand Weaver. The Lord and Lady were presented with the finest cakes and sweets that Bryn Shander had to offer. They were very pleased, and they decided to honor the envoy with a banquet.
Go on.
The meal was exquisite and wine magnificent. The chef outdid herself. Afterwards, the cakes and sweets were served, and that is when the evening turned sour.
What happened?
The Lord and Lady were cambions, that is to say, demon blood flows in their veins. Well, Bertrand Weaver apparently knew this and ordered the cakes made with holy water. When they ate the cakes, they were horribly burned.
What did they do?
They turned upon the envoy and accused him of treachery. They claim that he knew the cakes were poisoned, and yet he did not warn them. They were living with anger. I thought they were going to slay him.
What was his fate?
He is imprisoned here in one of the towers. In any case, that is how the war began.
I would like to see the envoy.
Then you'll need to speak with the captain of the guard. I believe his name is Poodoo, but I'm not certain. He can be found in the officer tower off on the 4th floor. However, you'll need a delegate pass to see him.
I have the pass.
Go ahead and tell him that is your understanding that the guard keeps the slaves from escaping. Slaves, forgive me, but there are no slaves at the 7th Hunt. Perhaps you mean conscripted workers.
No, I mean slaves, the people that are performing the repairs.
I can assure you that you are in error. Why, just the thought of it is obscene and barbaric. Who, may I ask, put these ideas in your head?
I spoke with Josto, the slave foreman.
That is to say, I've never spoken with the workers. I was told they were conscripts. They should be left to their work. Slaves, you say?
Yes, ask them yourself, Xavier.
If I may have a moment of your time, I will speak with Jer myself.
Certainly.
I do not know what to say. I spoke with Josto myself. It seems you are correct, and the workers are indeed slaves. The situation is intolerable.
What do you intend to do?
I will resign my position as minister. I'm certain that my services are needed elsewhere in the realms. Farewell.
Farewell.
All right. Out of all the talking and resignation, we get some levels. We also get to ransack his room. Gimme.
Hippogriff Riders of the Hand, stationed atop Severash Tower, are the proud hippogriffs of Seldane's Hand. Along with the riders, these mounts serve primarily as scouts, but are sometimes used for missions requiring the utmost speed. Both rider and mount are trained rigorously to work as a team. Upon hatching, hippogriffs are domesticated to be used as mounts. They are trained in what to eat, various combat routines involving aerial and ground attacks, and respond to the commands of its rider. The riders are educated in the ways of grooming and caring for its mount, how to work effectively with the hippogriff, and also in the ways of aerial and ground combat. As a unit, they have proven excellent aerial support in all ground battles and are a proud symbol of the Seldarane. Good for you. Get the fuck out of here. Monster summoning 8. Do you need that? You got it. Do you want to be a level 16 cleric? I want you to, too. Alright. That'll bring your fucking constitution up +7. Mega hit point, man. Mega hit points. He's a tank of a cleric. Oh, wow, that's a boost. 247 hit points now. Sweet baby Jesus. Level 16 monk. Let's see. Wisdom. Strength will give him another +1 to hit and attack. This might be our last level, I'm not sure. I think I'll go with strength.
I listen.
Definitely want to stick to things that are going to give us a certain bonus. Oh, wait a minute. There's a vase over here we need to check out. Ooh, Calm also got the key strike. Key strike ability and another stunning attack.
I am prepared.
Quivering palm. You call Xavier Torson to resign.
I stand ready.
Jesus.
guys are just working away. Vashti Zarin.
No, I've done nothing wrong. Please don't hurt me. Please, I beg of you.
Calm down, bitch. I'm not here to hurt you.
Then who are you, and why are you here?
I'm a friend. I'm here to ask you some questions.
Very well. I'm Vashti, the assistant slave foreman. How may I serve you?
Tell me, Vashti, are all the workers here slaves?
Most are, but not all. I would say that if hard labor is involved, then a slave is performing it.
I see no guards here. Why do you not escape?
The exit is guarded by a demon. None may pass by the creature and live.
It should be a simple matter for me to deal with the demon.
For someone of your stature, yes, it should be. However, I've heard otherwise. You should speak with Jared. He knows more about the creature than I.
What are you doing here?
Normally, I'd be supervising the work crew performing the restorations in this area. However, I am taking stock of our food stores instead. It seems that we are short again.
You do not have enough food?
Now we don't. It's been turning up short for the last 4 days. I'm afraid to admit it, but it seems we have a food thief among us.
Do you suspect one of the workers?
At first I did, but not now. You see, I pretended to be asleep at night and watching the stores. No one has approached them, and yet food has been missing in the morning.
Can you not ask for more food?
Yes, I have done so. The cook refused to grant us more than our normal ration. She believes that one of us is stealing the food.
Did you tell her the steps you have taken to catch the thief?
Yes, she's yelled at me, and then struck me and called me a liar. I don't know what to do. Perhaps you could aid me in this matter.
Very well, I shall do so.
I am grateful. Please speak with the cook and try to reason with her. She can be found on the 4th floor in the kitchen.
Very well, farewell.
Glory is its end.
Puny bug!
Right, let's head upstairs. Actually, let's identify some of this shit. Stunning bolt. Spirit Collar. Death's ally was originally crafted as a gift for the Dwarven General. The weapon was given the ability to heal wounds and raise fallen soldiers on the field of battle. Unfortunately, the axe fell into the hands of the drow after an unsuccessful skirmish near the Underdark. It is unknown what was done to warp the magic of the axe, but it is not the weapon it once was. The axe can now be used to cause wounds 3 times per day, and summon spirits of the dead once per day. It's a mean axe. Death's Bane. Attack bonus. -4. It heals 1d4 damage per hit. This weapon is truly an enigma. When used in battle, it does little to no damage, instead healing the intended target. However, the healing is minuscule at best and hardly worth the effort required to swing the blade. In any case, it has been given the name Death's Bane because of its inability to slay a target. What purpose Delnar originally intended with this weapon is to serve unknown. There are some who argue that it functions as intended, while others laugh at the absurdity of this. Rage of Chaos. This weapon is a sight to behold. The blade is crafted of red gold with a silver edge. The guard is finely polished platinum, and the wire-round hilt is grafted with black adamantine. When drawn, the blade radiates a rainbow of colors. This weapon has been considered both a curse and a blessing by those who wield it. Against lawful creatures, it does devastating damage, and attacks are made with uncanny accuracy. Rage of Chaos has been known to turn the tide in many a battle. Unfortunately, the wielder loses control of his or her faculties and flies into a berserk rage upon drawing the weapon. The blade is also believed to be cursed. Once held, it cannot be relinquished. Not really into cursed weapons, but here's some glacial darts. 1d4 plus 4 and an extra 1d6 cold damage. Those could come in handy later.
What's your pleasure?
At your capacity too.
Heading on up to level 2 of the tower. Roga! Roga, fuck.
Oh, me! Forgive me, noble one. I know not on behind schedule, but not far behind. We'll make up the time. The work will be complete on schedule. Calm down. I'm not who you think I am. No? Then who are you?
I'm a friend. I'm not here to harm you.
I see. Well met then. I'm Roga Thruk, assistant slave foreman. Ask me what you will.
What are you doing here?
I'm repairing the floor here and building a stair to the next level.
You seem to be under quite a bit of stress. Is it your work schedule?
Well, yes, I'm having some problems and falling behind. I was hoping to deal with the situation on my own, but it's escalated beyond my abilities.
Can you tell me what's going on?
It's a bit of a tale. Do you have the time?
Why, yes, me and the watchers of YouTube certainly do.
When we first started work here, there was a lot of rubble and debris that needed to be cleared away. It was hard work and took a lot of time that could be better used to make the needed repairs. So a wizard was contracted to summon a trio of elements to help us.
Go on.
It was wonderful. The elements would swallow whatever the wizard pointed at. In a matter of days, the work and debris was gone. What little left could easily be dealt with by the workers. Before he left, the wizard bound the elements here, just in case we needed them. And that's when the trouble began.
How so?
One of the workers, a woman named Valu, claimed she was hearing voices in her head. She said it was the elementals calling out to her, begging her for their freedom. I didn't know what to think. I figured maybe they frightened her now the wizard was gone, and she was imagining things.
What did you do?
I decided to separate Valu from the elementals. I sent him to one of the rooms down the hall. I figured if we needed to dispose of anything, we could just hold it down there. It was a small price to pay if it helped her.
So what happened?
She vanished. I spent every moment I could trying to find her, but I never did. I finally gave her up for dead. It was not long afterwards she shows up again. I turned around one day and there she was. She and the elementals were standing across the room, staring me down.
What did she do?
For the longest time, nothing. Finally she approached me and said that she was a genocide, and she was claiming the elementals as kin and granting them their freedom. Then she turned and walked away, the elementals in tow.
I've never heard of a Gensai, except for the fact that I am one.
I've been told that the Gensai is the offspring of an elemental, but I don't really know.
It's all very interesting, but I fail to see what the problem is.
The problem is, I've had tools and supplies turn up missing. Or I've sent a piece of work down, turned away, and when I look back, it's gone. In every case, I found the missing item a day later, in the elemental room. It's infuriating.
Why have you not reported this to anyone?
I don't want Valu hurt. If I report her, they'll hunt her down, slay her. She's not malicious. She's never harmed anyone. She just pulled some annoying pranks. Someone needs to convince her to stop this nonsense before the wrong people take notice. Perhaps you could do this for me.
Very well, I'll do so. I'm on 7,000 other fucking quests here. Might as well add another one.
I'll be indebted to you. Please help Valu. You can find her down the hall past the library.
Very well. Jesus. Alright, let's work our way around the second level here. Some arrows. Yay. and take this diary book here and read it?
The small book is filled with several handwritten pages. Most of the pages have been defaced or torn from the book. A single blood-stained entry remains. The creature has turned against me. For what reason, I cannot fathom. I know it stalks me now and intends me ill will. I must be on guard until I can hunt the creature down and eliminate its threat. Tomorrow, I must.
My sword is yours. I am on it.
Well met. I'm Sergeant Zil, the librarian. How may I serve you?
I found this diary hidden among the books. Can you tell me anything about it?
Allow me to examine it. Not much left of it. Ah, yes. Zamastir. He spent a good deal of time in the library. I had no idea he kept a diary, though. Well, he has no need of it now.
What do you mean?
That is a tale, long and telling, friend. Do you wish to hear it?
Yes, continue.
Very well. Zem was found dead a few days ago. It seems he took his own life. Quite tragic, actually.
Did he leave a message saying why he took his life?
No, but there's no need. It's quite apparent why he did. Like many of the mages here, he's involved in research. Fortunately, his project was deemed a failure and cancelled.
What exactly was this project he was working on?
Our business is confidential. We do not discuss it outside of our circle. However, I think I'll make an exception in this case.
Oh, why is that?
If the diary is correct, then there's a dangerous creature loose here. You should be aware of the situation for your own protection.
So what do you know of this creature?
Sam was conducting research that involved transmutating creatures. He was trying to discover a way to imbue them with innate invisibility. Perhaps one of his subjects turned on him and slew him.
For what reason would it have for doing that?
Sam's project was cancelled. Standard procedure in the case is to dispose of any test subjects. Perhaps the creature discovered that it was to be slain.
I see. So you think this creature slew Zam and then made it look like he took his own life to cover its escape?
Well, in light of this diary you found, I would say that as a possibility that should be not overlooked. I've harbored doubts about Zam taking his own life.
I am not familiar with the magical arts, but cannot someone be raised from the dead and spoken with?
Yes, both are possible through the use of powerful magic. We tried both on Zam, but were unsuccessful.
What is the significance of that?
It means that the spirit has been destroyed or somehow prevented from answering a summons. There are several spells that can do such a thing, and a few items as well.
It would appear that someone wanted Zam dead, permanently.
I have to agree with your assessment. I have harbored doubts about him taking his own life. The diary seems to confirm them.
I see your point, but I do not believe the creature murdered Zam.
Oh, may I ask why?
You said yourself, Cedrin, that Zam was researching a way to imbue creatures with innate invisibility, did you not?
Yes, that's the nature of the research as I understand it.
Well, I'm not a spellcaster, but even I can see the discrepancy between having innate invisibility and causing permanent death.
As can I. However, the diary you found would indicate that he was being stalked by this creature. How do you explain that?
A simple ruse, Cedrin. The real murderer needs a scapegoat. He or she planted the diary to incriminate the creature.
Well, either he took his own life or he is slain by one of his creations. In either case, it does not matter. The case has been closed. It seems that most people are satisfied with the suicide explanation.
You say most people are satisfied. Who else harbors a doubt?
There are two people I know of. Cav Lathram, his apprentice, and Gabriella, his betrothed.
Where can I find these two?
Why do you ask?
Because this matter intrigues me. I've decided to investigate.
I see. Well, Cav goes on in the Master's own laboratory to brood. It is being converted to the other uses now that Sam is gone. But that does not stop him. It lies down the hall to the left as you leave the library.
And Gabriella?
Gabriella is nothing more than a serving wench. I believe she can be found in the servants' quarters on the 4th floor.
Very well. Farewell. And farewell to all the watching. Stay tuned for some more Icewind Dale 2. It ends here today!